Hi, it's Arlene, and I'm back with another share of a Christmas journal I made this year. This was actually the first envelope junk journal that I made. It's a 6x9 envelope. I hand sewed the two signatures in, and it's quite chunky, but that's okay. Signatures sewn along the spine, and the cover is My Mind's Eye Lost and Found Christmas paper, which I edged with walnut stain and covered with Mod Podge matte just to protect the cover a little bit. My closure is a seam binding closure, and the seam binding's from Prairie Bird Boutique, whom I discovered through Pam, who's Grammy Toubé here on YouTube. She shared a haul with some beautiful seam bindings, so I went on and ordered, and so happy I did. I just love it. So thanks for that, Pam. The journal is mainly Bo Bunny paper. The pattern paper in here is Bo Bunny. The cover is that My Mind's Eye Lost and Found Christmas paper, and the rest is Bo Bunny. I left the flap open here to make a tuck spot, like a pocket, and then when I made my closure, I punched my eyelet through, and that was the end of the pocket, but that's okay. It's a mistake. Just learn from that, and note to self for next time. This is cut out, die cut is from Tim Holtz Vintage Noel. I punched my corners with Fiskars corner punch, or rounded them with corner jumper like I did here. This is a more vintage paper than for the previous video, which was sort of a more fun, brightly colored. This one's a little bit more traditional. Cut apart from the paper. I just made this tuck spot with the Martha Stewart edge punch. A tag I made with one of the reindeer from Tim Holtz reindeer flight die in the tuck spot. This is a stamp from Teresa Collins. It says, "This year was naughty or nice." My paper in here has been coffee dyed, and I can smell that nice coffee smell, and I like the sound of the pages when you turn them. It's quite thick paper, and all of the edges here are inked with walnut stain. This stamp is a stamp from Graphic 45. It says Visions of Sugar Plums, and it's from the Nutcracker Suite, which is a set of paper that I haven't cut into yet either. I didn't have a lot of this Bo Bunny paper, and I didn't have a lot of the paper that I had in my last journal, but just enough, I think, to make a journal from. It's older, and it was I've had it for a long time, and I think it works perfectly for this kind of project. This is a die cut from Tim Holtz Happy Holidays word set that came out this year, and I really like that. I've used it in both journals. Cut apart from the paper, a little doily that's been coffee stained. This paper was lined, and the coffee staining removed the lines, but that's okay. I will still definitely use it for journaling. This Santa stamp is from Teresa Collins' Santa's List. Another little half page here. A tuck spot I just cut into banners and used this 5-petal flower punch. I think it's from EK Success, and I just punched 2 layers and offset them there. Put a snowflake from the Martha Stewart punch and a piece of bling in the middle. A couple of journaling spots. Can put a nice picture here. Nutcracker stamp from Nutcracker Suite. I didn't do any embossing of my stamps in this journal the way I did in the last one. It's the paper. Another die cut from Happy Holidays. My Mind's Eye stamp says it's the most wonderful time of the year. This craft cardstock is just from Michaels. I tried to spray this one. You can maybe see it a little bit here with some spray that I have. I can't remember the name of it. It's a Tattered Angels, I believe. This is just a little scrap I had that I used the Tim Holtz snowflake on the edge die. A couple little stamps in the center where I finished off sewed up this first signature. My Mind's Eye Christmas tree stamps, and this side has also been sprayed. A couple of sequins on the tree to give it a little bit of sparkle. I think I mentioned in my last video that although I do love this font and this little die, the little dots above the eye are kind of fiddly, and I lost one of them for this Word Tradition, so I just replaced them with a little bit of bling, and it works. Another paperclip banner on a coffee stained doily, again inspired by Crafty Irina with a piece of chipboard. Tuck spot here with a cut apart. Tim Holtz Victorian Carolers die. And this is a robin from the Bo Bunny collection. A coffee stained paper. Chipboard piece from the collection. Little tuck spot here. I just made some banners, fishtail banners, layered them, can layer under the doily. This doily is from Cherry Lynn and can layer under this. I colored my little bit of bling here with alcohol markers because I liked the green better. This is a Stampers Anonymous stamp. Another banner die inspired by Crafty Irina. This is a little Spellbinders, part of a doily die set I've got under here, and then I've just layered the Tim Holtz Snowflake Rosette die on top and put a bling there. This is a Spellbinders Snowflake. Tuck spot here. And with that Bo Bunny paper. This one I think you can see I also sprayed with some Glimmer Mist. And this is the middle of where the two signatures join, and there was a gap there that I didn't love, so I glued this doily down in between. And if you haven't tried hand sewing a journal yet and you want to, but you're not sure where to start, I really recommend that you check out Deli Girl 1961 here on YouTube. Cheryl has a really great video on, which is a series of, all her videos are great, but she has a really helpful video on how to sew and bind your journal and prepare your envelope and stuff, and I would recommend you watch that if you're not sure where to start. A couple of cut aparts, a little tuck spot here. I punched that Martha Stewart punch again, some glitter paper, and a piece of chipboard from the collection. Tag that I cut, I think, from my Cricut. Little tuck spot with the other reindeer from that Reindeer Flight die from Tim Holtz. Another Tim Holtz carved ornaments die, and then I had the the word die that goes in the middle. I can't think what it's called at the moment. Other half of the doily. There we go. Little paper clip with the tuck spot. This is some of the thread that I used for, I think it's crochet thread. Bit of sparkle to layer with one of the Tim Holtz Snowflake dies. Recollection stamp at the top and bottom here, little snowflakes. This is a tattered lace die. It's a couple of candles. Tidings of Joy up there. That's the sleigh from Tim Holtz and Sizzix, and I embossed it and colored it with Distress ink and then embossed it. These are actually made from, they're not stamps, it's part of a template. They're leaves, it's a leaf template, but I thought they looked a little like Christmas ornaments, so I stamped them and just used a silver pen to draw the lines. I don't know if you can see that or not. Another tuck spot under here and here. The doily is dyed with Dylusion spray and then Glimmer Mist. Memory box die, those little mittens, I love those. Another tuck spot here with a Recollections flower. There's the other carved ornament with the word cut out in the middle. I think it's a mover and shaper die. I ripped the corner of my coffee dyed paper, so I just folded one of those Sizzix doilies that I punched out over the corner. Another tuck spot here, doily, tuck spot, and coming to the end of the journal with the coffee dyed paper, and that's it. Okay, these are really addicting to make. I think I'm going to make one and keep it as a regular journal throughout the new year, because they're lots of fun and a great way to use up some of your papers. Thanks for watching. Bye.